Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Are we good? Are we chill? Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Only left ear. Wonderful. I love when this happens. It's my favorite ever. Okay, hold on. Hold on. At the very least, can you see me okay? Ooh, this boy is... He's working. Hello! Hi, everybody! Wonderful. How great is that? We're alive. We've dropped a few frames. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Advanced audio properties. Is that better? Is this better? Hello, hello. Yes? Great. Look at that. Look at that. Hi, guys. I can't hear anything. Other people can. So I assume that is not on my end. Pro streamer. I try. Volume is down again. The mono. Hitting that mono. Do you have aircon? Because that's cheating. Aircon. In England? No, we do not have air conditioning. How's the weather? It's beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy here. It's amazing. We went for a really long walk today. It was like... We were out for over an hour. Total. Which is why I originally was going to start at like 1 o'clock. Something like that. And we finally got to the grocery store. And Sam was like, when were you going to start? It's like, I was going to start at 1. And he looked at his clock and was like, you should maybe start at 2. But yeah, we were able to take walks and it's wet and gloomy and wonderful outside. Makes me so happy. The cats are so happy. It's amazing. I can say grocery store, guys. I'm a transplant. I'm allowed to say grocery store. Do your kitties go outside? They won't for a while because as of right now, they don't believe this is their home. You know? So they always recommend that for cats, if you want them to be indoor, outdoor, or if you want them to spend any time outside, you should leave them indoors for like 2 weeks to a month. So that they like associate this new place as like, oh, this is mine. It's the supermarket. It is also a grocery store. I hope they adjust soon. They're great. They're doing great. They love this house. They adore it. Because there's windows everywhere and birds and they are just having a blast. They sit in all the windows. They stare out the window all day. They run all over the place. They adjusted so fast. I thought for sure that they were going to hide for a really long time, and they didn't. They were just like, we had like their little area set up for them. And I was like, okay, they'll stay in here for a while, right? They'll stay in here and it'll be fine. And every time I went up there, they were desperately trying to get out. So after a full day, after like 24 hours, I just let them out. I was like, fine, you know, they'll probably just slowly meander. But I had forgotten that Sherlock, every time I've moved with Sherlock is like a dog. The second he realizes that his family's around, he's chill. He's like, oh my God, I was on a plane. I was doing all kinds of shit. And now look, you're here. This is great. I'm happy. I'm fine. And then Watson, for her, like, she'll take a little bit, but even for her, I think the second she realized, like, oh my God, there's windows everywhere with birds outside. And also, it's a little bit colder here. Oh my gosh, but my people have blankets. Sam was like, these are going to be lap cats now. They've been in a warm environment for so long that we're going to have these cold weather and they're going to want to snug all the time. So yeah, they've been doing great. It's been a stressful move with a lovely, like, end point. Does LA not have birds? I mean, we do, but you have to remember that I was always in city, like city. So if they looked out the window, they didn't see trees, right? They were occasionally maybe seeing a chipmunk or a bird, but there wasn't much going on. So, yeah, it's very active outside and very interesting outside for them. Are you not in the city now? No, we're in more of like well, number one, we're in a much like greener, lusher place than Los Angeles was. But also, yeah, we're like in more of a suburby area. We're not in like the country proper, but I see a mattress. Do you guys not have a bed yet? We don't have like a frame. This isn't the room that we're sleeping in. The room that we're sleeping in is this exact same situation with just like a mattress on the floor and literally like a blanket. That's all that's in our room. For the most part, all that we have is mattresses, and Clark has a travel cot that she's sleeping in right now. She's fine with travel cots, thank God. So she's very patient, waiting for me to build her bed frame. And then downstairs we have a couch, and that's it. The couch is a hand-me-down from a sibling. So you're not in a castle like Shannon and Chris. We are not in a castle. Last night my sister-in-law was taking me home. We've been ever since we got here. It's been like family, like every day, which has been great and super fun. My love. Oh, I forgot that I asked Sam for a tea.
I forgot.
I did. Thank you, honey. Everybody say hi, Sam. I was just telling them about how happy the kitties are and everything. Sam keeps saying they seem really happy here. Oh, there's Watson. Meow. Meow. You want to come say hi?
What are you streaming at? 3K?
I have no idea. How do I check that?
The default bitrate, I think, is set to 3K. You're only streaming at 2600.
So, should I bump it up?
I mean,
probably not, right? Because it wants me to know it is unstable. But it looks fine, doesn't it? Chat?
wait, I mean, it might not look good at 720. I've seen what.
That's
There's
not.
always that guy that's like glass half empty. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I sound okay. I look okay. I have an amazing tea from my amazing husband.
Don't push it.
Hey,
Don't push it.
come on. Look how cute you are. I'm guessing I might not cope with uploading game footage. So we figured like I could stream first because I would probably do like a fairly large just chatting, right? And we would see how it is with just webcam. And then in a bit, we'll probably like a couple hours from now or something, we'll probably try to play like a really simple game of some kind and see how it does. So this is like a full-on like this is a test stream. But it's also a let's all catch up stream. So how is Sam doing? He's fine. Yeah, he was stressing. Just so you all know, he was stressing big time about the internet. Because I don't know why. in England, it's very difficult to get internet set up. Everyone that I know who lives in England agrees it's very hard to get internet set up. So we had said a couple of months ago, hey, we're going to be coming back. We need internet. We already had a place. Because Sam being on a lease is really beneficial to a visa application. So we were like, we'll find a place. So we were already renting, and we were like, let's just get it set up, because apparently it takes forever, right? We'll just get it set up so that when we get there, it just happens. That would be amazing. Tibelius, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Yay! If you were gifted a sub, be sure to say thank you. And literally, we're getting a business line. This is like a not cheap. It's like a stupid expensive option, but for two streamers in the same house, it was the only way that we knew we would probably be okay. So, and everybody was like, if you say you're getting a business line, it'll really put fire under their booty, right? Like, they'll get it done. No, that's not true. That's not true. We got here and they were like, well, I mean, this guy has been saying for a while now that it's out of his hands and he's, you know, just like trying to. So one of the big problems is that where we're living, the curses of not living like properly in a city is that, so people like Virgin were like, if we have the infrastructure set up where you are, we can literally just turn it on and be good to go. And we were like, amazing. That would be great, because currently the provider we're going for is really dragging their feet, and we'd like to just have even just regular internet for a little bit. They were like, no problem. Just kidding. We have nothing out there. Just kidding. We actually have no way to put internet in your house. Cheers. We were like, cool. We contacted some of the smaller ones, and they said they couldn't do anything because some of the companies, I guess, have a weird Christmas time embargo where they're like, we're just not going to do anything over Christmas time and give everybody a break, which is fine. But in our situation, we're like, so yeah, it's been a little difficult to get this working, but fortunately, so we're going with BT, and BT, because as far as we can tell from other streamers that we know, etc., BT is like the most reliable, especially if we're going for a business line. But it has to get set up, right? So they were like, you know what we can do in the meantime is we can get you set up with like some kind of a dongle. So that's what we have. And it was a hilarious situation of Sam taking this dongle and moving it to like different windows and like just all over it. So we found the spot in the house where we think, the guest room, we found the spot in the house where we think we have the best signal. So hopefully it's stable. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully by the time I'm done and Sam hops on, it's not a nightmare. But yeah, Sam worked his butt off because he was like, we've got to get this set up. You know, we can't just not work for a long time. That's not how the sort of job that we have, that's just not how it works. So the longer that people were like, I mean, you might just not have internet until January. Sam was like, no, that's not going to work for me. So, so much love to him. He busted his butt and dogged people for a while. And now we have something that works for at least now. OMG, a stream. Hi, Alex. How are you, dude? Oh, I miss you. Eric's go to bed already. Has he been up for a while? Sir Boats, thank you so much for the biddies as well. I didn't see that. Honestly, having to wait until January would have been a bit ridiculous. It would have been. And again, I totally respect and I understand companies that are like, we let everybody have a couple weeks off for Christmas. I get it. It's just bad timing for us. Why is internet like that out there? Are there different rules than the US? From what I understand, it's in the US we mostly use like telephone lines, right? Everything's underground here. The whole like country was basically like outfitted with copper wiring, which is now everything's going to fiber, right? So a lot of the lines are having to be replaced or ripped out. So like in the case of Virgin was like, the area you're in, we actually just ripped everything out because we're replacing all of it. That's why we don't have anything out there. Yeah. So I think it's just the whole country is trying to like overhaul the system. And it's just outdated, right? So if it can work, they let it just work because it's a lot of money and time and manpower to swap it all over. But you know, this is how it works. Surprisingly, same situation here in Egypt. I am in the UK, yeah. My visa process is not done yet. So I do still have to go back a couple of times to finish it all. But yeah, everything's going good. Very happy. I'm excited to just be here. Again, like the options were, you know, you can come out here and wait out like the other parts of the process in the country, or you can just stay in America for a while and wait it out. And we were like, we're already renting a place. We're already renting a place. So we were both very down to say, okay, well, we're going out for Christmas anyway. Let's just say we're going. I'm excited to be here. Can you apply for citizenship? Not right away. No, I think I have to be here a couple of years. Is Sam happy? I think he's very happy, yeah. Yeah, there's a nice little daycare that all of Clarky's cousins go to. So she can go to daycare with her little cousins. And Nanny has Nanny Wednesdays and takes all of the kids on Wednesday. Amazing. Like, we already feel such a load off, you know? We're still spending a lot of time with Clark and we're still, you know. But to just have other people around is amazing. How's Clark on the flight? The flight was fine until Clark got sick. I don't know how many of you saw those tweets, but Clark started vomiting on the flight, which sucked. She still seemed to feel fine, and then that evening she started to not be very well, and all of the next day she refused to eat and was vomiting if she did eat. She was like desperate to drink water, but if she drank water, she just like vomited it up. It was really sad. And like everybody was like, well, you know, like this just happens with babies. And Sam and I were like, she hasn't been sick before. Like she had a minor cold for like a day. Like she hasn't been sick like this before. So we were both going, I don't know what to do. She's fine now. Totally. Hi. What's up? I know. You want to say hi? Come here. See, isn't that crazy? Watson is like so reclusive always, and she's so active and happy here. It's a total difference. Hi. Come here. You like it here, don't you? You like it here so much, both of you. Hi. Hey, come on. None of that. None of that. The crackling audio. Is the audio crackling? Yeah, I think the colder temperature is nice for both of them. This is Watson. How old are you now? Like 6? Watson. 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 I know. She's cute. She, she tends to like be my more anxious cat. She's the one who had some kind of an anxiety attack and ate a bunch of almonds. So, she's she's also the one who every now and then, since they've gotten here, will be totally fine. And then sometimes is like, I need attention now. Like, I need snuggles, I need pets, I need attention, which is fine. I can give you all the attention you want, huh? You're very cute. Why are you rubbing your butthole on the monitor? Please don't. That probably doesn't sound good. Cat ASMR. How weird. She can rub her face on this and you don't hear it. Do you want to sit? Oop, Watson. Watson, stop. Do you want to sit? Come here. What are you doing? Why did Sam bring that in? Just don't mess with anything, okay? Be careful. Be careful. We're having, the mic stand has to be attached to this thing, like the underside of this drawer. It's the only way that we could attach it because it won't attach anywhere else and be stable. The arm isn't great, the mic arm. It's like pretty cheap, which is fine for now. But yeah. Investigating. I know. She's an inquisitive lady. But yeah, I'm trying to think like what all has been happening. Can you get out? Yeah, you're good. We did Santa's Grotto yesterday, which was hilarious. So they have like Santa's Train and Santa's Grotto and all of these like experiences for kids, which, as a reminder to everybody, I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas. I don't know about any of this Santa shit, right? So, so Nanny, her grandma, Nanny, will get tickets for all of the kids and their moms to all go as like a big group. So there's a thing called Santa's Grotto that you can go to, I guess, where it's like a walkthrough experience where you are an honorary elf. All of the kids are honorary elf assistants. And you go into one room that has like, oh no. Hello? Are we here? Couple skips, but we're good. Okay. Okay. We're good? Okay. Yeah. So there was like 3 rooms, right? So the first room was like there were like a bunch of trees and things everywhere with ornaments, and Clarky is currently obsessed with Christmas trees and the ornaments. She's very good about being really gentle with them. She doesn't like rip them or throw them or anything. But yeah, was super into that. And then the next room was like Santa's toy shop, and all of the kids got a stuffed animal, but without the stuffing. And it was like an activity where all of the kids like shoved the stuffing into the animal. And it was hilarious because the ages of kids that we had was like, we were laughing because it'll be the same next year except like one up. So we had the eldest, who was like, I'm too old for this. I don't care about Santa. I don't want a toy. I'm fine. But he's a sweetheart. So River, the baby of the family currently, who is about to turn 1, he was like, I'll stuff River's toy. So we were like, that's very sweet. Thank you. So he was stuffing River's toy. And then the next one down is 4. And he was super into it, like the perfect age, right? He was like, oh my God, I'm getting a toy. I get to put the stuffing in. I get to put a little heart in there. I get to name it, right? Like, was so excited. So 4 years old was like, perfect, right? And then there was Clark. Who was just like, I don't want to stand still. I want to run everywhere. I want to talk to everybody. I want to touch everything. What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? I don't want to do this activity. I don't even understand what we're doing. So it was me stuffing her toy. Occasionally she would come over and I'd be like, look, we take the stuffing and we put it in. And she would grab some stuffing and like try to put it in, but she didn't know how to let go of it properly. So it would just like, her whole hand was in there and like... And then she'd be like, this is boring, and then leave. So it was me stuffing her toy while Nanny followed her. Can I just say, Clark is the loudest kid. I don't know where she gets it from. She's so loud, and she's turning into such a chatterbox. It's exactly like me. For anybody who didn't get that, it's me. It's literally me as a child. She was just like running around the room, just like yelling and saying hi to everybody and touching everything, and like so funny. And then the last room, and then there was River, right? But River's the baby. So we were joking that like next time we come, Clark will be the perfect age to want to stuff a toy, right? Tommy will be like, I'm kind of old for this. And River, the current baby, will be the one who's like running around causing a riot. So the next room was, and now we get to meet Santa and tell him what we want for Christmas, right? So again, Clarky, very loud kid, does not want to sit still, right? Loud, doesn't want to sit still, all of that. They were like, everybody sit down on beanbags, or mommies and daddies, like sit on the benches, and then we'll come get you one by one to come and see Santa. And they beelined for me. And we were all joking later, like, obviously they are trained to look around and be like, which kid is going to deal with this for the least amount of time? Get rid of that kid. Right? So I like sit down with her. They handed out mince pies to everybody. I was like, great, I can just feed her a mince pie. So we're like sharing a mince pie, right? I've got mince pie all over my hands. She's eating one. And they come over and they're like, do you want to talk to Santa? And I'm like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a great idea. We should totally do that right now. So I'm like, let me just So we go over there, and Clarky runs up and is saying hi to all of the elves and Santa and all of that. I'm talking to him. He's like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, America. And he goes, I know that. And I was like, you're a rude Santa. And then he was like, what does she want for Christmas? I was like, books, probably. And he was like, all right, well, let's take a picture. Have a great day. Bye. I was like, okay. And they like ushered me out. And then I was sitting there going, I don't have any of my shit. Like I just walked up there with my kid. And then they were like, have a great day. It's great taking your picture. Love you so much. Bye-bye. You know, exit this way. See ya. And I was like, I don't have anything. I had to like text my mother-in-law, like, they made me leave. I don't have any of my shit. This gets better, by the way. So, Clarky and I are just standing outside, like, all right, well, I guess let's walk around. It's a nice, brisk day. Let's walk around. So we're going for a little walk, right? Staying close to the exit so I can see when Nanny and the other kids and the sister-in-laws come out. And Clarky finds a puddle. It's her first muddy puddle of her life. And she is so excited. She steps in it and then looks down, and there's like a look on her face like, oh, a puddle. Right? Like, I've seen this on Peppa a million times, but I've never seen one in for real's life. So she stomping. And I was like, this is amazing. This is basically a babysitter. Like, she's just stomp for multiple minutes. An old lady walked by in one direction, was like, oh, so cute. And then walked by going the other way and was like, she's still at it. I was like, I know. Stomp. Hi, I know. So then Beth, River's mom, comes out the back door. And I was like, Beth. And she was like, what's up? I'm just going to go grab my pram. I was like, okay. She goes around the corner, grabs her stroller, comes back. As she's coming back around the corner, I'm like, hey. I look back down, and Clark has just sat in the puddle. And I was like, and you could hear everybody around us go, oh no. I was like, oh, honey, we've sat in the puddle. So I was like, okay, well, let's walk somewhere dry. Fortunately, ever since the poop incident of 2018, I always have at least 2 changes of clothes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Uh-huh. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? What's the plan? So, the poop incident was literally the same poop incident that every parent has had, which is I took my child somewhere and they shit through all of their clothes, and it was all over their legs, all over their top, everywhere. And if you don't have a change of clothes, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So we now have a blowout. Yes, that is what you call them typically, a blowout. You blow through the diaper. So I had a change of clothes. Thank God. Beth was like, I never have a change of clothes on me. Thank goodness you had that. I was like, you should. You should. You should start carrying that. So yeah, we like went to a dry spot. Beth helped me and we changed all of her clothes. And my mother-in-law comes around the corner as she's like mid-change, and she was like, you know, there's a family bathroom over there. You didn't have to change her right here. I was like, I did not know that. All I knew was that my kid was covered in mud and not having it anymore. So I always carried 2 sets of baby clothes. Yo, it's the magic. That's the magic number. Have 2 sets. You know why 2 sets? Because there's gonna be a point where you use one of those sets of clothes and then you, in a hurry, leave the house with your kid. And then something happens and you're like, oh, if only I had a change of clothes. I forgot to put another change of clothes. Oh, but I have the other one. Oh. Oh, thank you so much, past me. So yeah. Santa's Grotto was an experience. And then we went back to Nanny's house, and Charlie, the eldest, had gotten Fortnite Monopoly for his birthday. So we were like, oh, should we all play some Fortnite Monopoly? It's a very quick game, can I just say. They were like, you know what? Kids don't have the patience for actual Monopoly, so we're going to make Fortnite Monopoly go real fast. It's a very, very quick game. It is a thing, yeah. So Charlie was like, we're all going to play Fortnite Monopoly. And I was like, great, let's do it. The versions have different rules. This one definitely has different rules. Yeah, there's a you roll 2 die, and one of them is like for how much you move. The other one is items that you can get in Fortnite. So there's like a bandage that you can get that gives you more HP. Oh yeah, you don't get any money in this game. You operate on health points. So, and you're not like buying areas. You're like controlling zones. So each of the areas that you go to are like areas in a Fortnite map. And so you can go there and you can spend time and HP in order to like control a zone, basically. The board is the same as normal Monopoly, and that's about it. Doesn't sound like Monopoly at all. I can't help you. They're using a former IP and a current big IP in order to get more people to buy Monopoly. That's all I can help you with. The map shrinks from time to time. That would be next level. How is the house? It is too big. The house is too big. Everybody's like, what do you mean? It's nice to have a big house. I'm like, it's so big. I was explaining to everybody a while back that we got a house that is outside of like the budget we wanted to stick to, because we were like, well, we need our room, Clark's room, 2 offices, right? An office for me, an office for Sam, and a guest room. Or at least a space to put a guest, right? And so the houses that we were looking at were fairly big. And everybody who came over, we had not seen this house. We rented it without having ever seen it. We just trusted my in-laws, right? My in-laws kept being like, this house is huge. It's a huge house. And we got here and I'm like, this is a huge house. Like, I don't know even what to do with this house. But it's hard to tell because there's nothing in it. It's like an empty house. So yeah, of course, currently it feels like way too big, right? But I had said before, like, we figure our lease is for a year. If at a year we're like, this isn't really the place for us, that's fine. We're just renting. But yeah. So any 5-bedroom is going to be a huge house. I don't even mean that. I mean like everything is just really open, which is really nice having a little kid. I know exactly where Clark is at all times. Like I can find her easily. But it's just, everything's just big. Are you in your office now? No, this is the guest room, which has an attached bathroom. I was like, pfft. When my mom comes, she's going to be like, oh, oh my. So, except not that, except very American. Real talk, that's sick, right? An ensuite in the uke? Unbelievable. I hate humans, but sometimes I fantasize about having a big house with 10 kids. I understand that feeling. Not being able to shout across to my husband like I did in our small apartment took some adjustment. Yeah, there's some things about this house that I'm like, oh my God, this is so nice. The carpets. I know some people really hate carpets. I love them because they're so good at dampening sound. It's so nice walking, like we can put Clark to bed and be walking right next to her and it's like silent. It's so nice. Just like I can just walk all over the place and it's not creaking. There's no creaking noises. This is so great. Yeah. So again, after we've lived here for a while and we've like made it ours, it might feel much more like, oh, this is somewhere I'd like to stay for a bit. But I love carpets, but I have a dog. Carpets get dirty quick. Yeah. A lot of, at least everybody in Sam's family vacuums like every single day because they all have dogs. And I'm like, I don't think we need to vacuum every day, but I would like to get into the habit of vacuuming every couple of days. With just the cats and everything, it would be nice. But is that a dog bed? No, this is just a normal ass mattress with nothing on it because no one sleeps on it yet. How close are you to Sam's family? Really close. Yeah. I love Sam's family. Sam's whole like immediate family is super, super close. And I get along with all of them really well. So Roomba. We had a Roomba in the old place and I hated it. It got stuck constantly. An ass mattress? Yeah. A mattress for your asshole. You know. Carpets can easily be changed. Yeah. They're like, especially downstairs, the carpet in like the family room is super stained, but I kind of like that. I think because the house is so, the people who own this house obviously wanted like a really modern house. So like, oh my God. I was like, Sam, I want to just gut this entire kitchen and just put a fucking normal kitchen in. Because they have an induction hob. So it's like a stove top that needs like induction friendly like pots and pans and shit. And I'm like, what's wrong with a fucking normal stove? What's wrong with a fucking normal stove? We were like looking through tons of manuals to try and figure out how to even turn it on. I was losing my mind. It's great to cook on. Everything that we got to use with this stove doesn't work with it. I think that's why I'm so annoyed. It took us so long to figure out how to turn it on. The first time we turned it on, it shorted out the entire half of the house. And I was like, cool. And then we tried to like use our pots and pans on it and they don't work. Everybody was like, if you can put a magnet on the bottom of your pots and pans and it sticks, then it'll work. Didn't work. Didn't fucking work. Did it, Cheryl? Define doesn't work. So the way that this, it's a Siemens one. Don't make it weird. It's the name of the company. It's a Siemens induction hob, right? So the way that they work is like for safety reasons, I guess, or whatever. The whole thing, like, it won't heat up unless something is on it, right? So it has like the outline for where the pot is going. You put the pot there, and then it's all like touch screen. Maybe I'm just an old woman. Maybe this is my problem. Maybe I need to just accept that I'm an old lady because everybody in chat is like, induction heat is the future, Dodger. Fuck. Stop complaining about having an incredible stove right now. So it has a little touch screen. And so you touch the part that is like, there's like a picture, like a smaller version of the stove, and you touch which one you want, right? Which one you want to heat up. And then there's a fucking like dial all along the bottom, and you have to like boop to make it max heat. Okay. So you slide it all the way up, and it's like, you want heat number 9. And I'm like, sure. Pot on there. Number 9. The 9 starts flashing for 30 seconds, and then the whole thing turns off again. I was like, I don't understand. So imagine me doing this, right? Imagine me doing this, and then the power in this entire half of the house just goes out at 5 a.m. because we're jet lagged. 5 a.m. I'm like, we don't have a kettle yet. I'm just going to heat up some water. I go downstairs and I realize, oh my God, it isn't a fucking normal stove. I have no idea how to use this. Hit the button, max heat, sure, blink, 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 blink. And then it just shuts off and the power in this entire half of the house goes out. I was like, I just want hot water. I just want hot water. I just want a tea. Our pots don't work with it. Our pots don't fucking work with it. The only thing that works with it is we have a frying pan. The frying pan works. It recognizes the frying pan and lets us heat it up. Thank God. But we didn't have a frying pan until yesterday. So I was like, I guess our stove just doesn't work. Frying pan tea. The dream, the future. So I'm sorry to anybody who's upset that I'm upset about this induction stove. I'm sure I will love it once I figure out how to use it. But I'm currently an old ass lady and I just want a normal stove because I can't get this shit to work. And I hate the idea of a stove that's like, I understand that you bought a normal pan. That doesn't work with me though. I need special pans. And I'm like, fuck you. You don't need special pans. Use my goddamn pan. I sound like an old woman. I sound like an old lady. Just give me my bonfire and my cast iron skillet and leave me alone. Oh my God. So yeah. To somebody, I saw somebody in chat who was like, anything that you buy new should be induction friendly. We have bought 4 saucepans so far and none of them work. So I finally had to just go, because they don't say it on there, I had to finally just go on Amazon and look up induction friendly saucepans and buy a set of induction friendly saucepans. What a way to kick off the first stream in the UK. I know, God. On the plus side, I guess we'll just go to Sam's family and be like, anybody need saucepans? Anybody need saucepans? What the fuck is an induction stove? I had literally never heard of them until we moved here. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, your kitchen is so modern. It's so nice. We couldn't figure out how to turn on the oven. We couldn't figure out how to turn on the stove. Once they finally turned on, our power went out. I was like, I hate this. Give me a normal kitchen. induction is the best. I guess that's what everybody in chat is yelling at me. So I trust you. I trust you that it's amazing, and that once I have things that work with it, I will be amazed. The power going out is bullshit. That's a landlord problem. I'll tell him. I'll be like, excuse me, sir. I hope it stops shorting out the house. That only happened once. So that doesn't happen again. Never use the highest setting. Everything will burn. I made eggs on level 6. I made eggs on level 6 and it was fine. Induction is really fast to heat. Is that the benefit? Like, are there... Okay. Since all of you are, like, super into induction stuff, apparently. Is it just that it heats up really fast? Is that is that why people love them? They're energy efficient and very quick. Okay. And it won't burn your hand. Oh, that's why when it was on, I was like, it's not on. Because it's cold. Oh. Oh. The surface doesn't get hot, only the pan. Interesting. Very kid friendly. Read the manual. I would love to. I went online to find the manual and I can't find it. You think that when I couldn't figure out how to turn it on, my first thought was, I'm not that old, guys. My very first thought was, get the fucking manual to read. This sounds like a reverse isekai. I think that since we've gotten here, I've been very quick to feel like it's not that I'm not happy here. I'm very happy here. And I've been having a blast. But I've been very quick to get like anxious, if that makes sense. Like I'm very like sound sensitive. So if we're in a place with like a bunch of people, my say that there's a bunch of people like bumping into me or like talking and Sam is asking me questions, I won't be able to focus on what Sam is asking me. Your landlord should have left you the manuals for all of the appliances. Yeah, he left the manuals for the warming rack. He left the manual for the warming rack that's under the oven, which is great. And for the wood stove in the living room. Amazing. And that's it. So he left a note that says good luck. Yeah. Also, I've never moved into a house and had all of the manuals. That sounds like a good landlord thing to do, though. To leave all of the manuals for the person who's moving in. Do you remember you saying you had synesthesia way back? Yeah, but it's a stupid one. Not a stupid one. It's not one that like affects... It's like a perception one. At least you got appliances. Yeah, like Sam and I were like, the house comes with a stove and a fridge and all of the like. There's a washing machine. There's no dryer. Most homes don't have dryers here, but they left us like drying racks to dry our clothes on and stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in this house. I can't complain. As a person who just moved to a different country, though. To go, we have nothing in the house, but at least we have a stove and we have a pot, and I'm going to heat up some water and make myself a tea. To not be able to do that and to short out half of the house sent my stress into overdrive. Why not buy a kettle? We have one now. We literally just moved, guys. Does your neighborhood seem nice? We only have a couple of neighbors. We have a person like directly next to us, and they're very nice, and they have a couple of dogs. But yeah, it seems very quiet, which is nice, and I hope that Sam and I do not ruin the quiet. Again, the house seems like it contains sound really well because it's designed to also contain heat very well. So I'm hoping that even when Sam is at like full Sam tilt, that it doesn't really escape that much. Silpha! Oh my goodness, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. If you were gifted a sub just now, be sure to say thank you. Thank you. How's Clark been with the jet lag? Oh, Clark's fine. Clark adjusts within like a couple of days. The only reason that it took longer was because she was sick. She was like really, really, really sick and vomiting and sleeping all day for the first couple of days. So it took like 3 days for her to adjust. Sam and I are still messed up. We were so excited this morning when we woke up and it was only 5:30. I was like, oh my God. We've been waking up at like 3 a.m. every night, even if we stay up late. And last night I fell asleep on the couch and Sam didn't wake me up. I fell asleep on the couch at like 7. We basically took Clark to bed, ate dinner, and I passed out. So I was like, I've ruined it now. I can't. There's no way I'm going to sleep through the night. I'm hosed. And then we both woke up. We've been waking up at like the same time. And we both woke up at 5:30. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I really like this time frame for streaming. Do you think streaming at this time is going to be a usual thing? So I think the first thing that we're going to try is, me streaming at this time from like basically 1 o'clock GMT until like 6, something like that. I think we're going to try that and see how that goes. And then we'll do like bedtime together with Clark, and then Sam and I will spend a little time in the evenings and have dinner and stuff, and then Sam will start streaming around like 10 p.m. Because Sam really wants to hit at least a little bit of his old window. So yeah, I think that that's probably what's gonna work the best for us. I approve of those times as a Brit. I miss a lot of the American streamers. Yeah, I was like, if I can hit some of the morning window, like what used to be my morning window, if I can hit that, that would be nice. And then if Sam is doing, like, if Sam is basically a night streamer now, it would be he streams at night, and then I'm with Clark all morning, right until like noonish. And then, hi, baby. Hi. How are you? Hi. Hi, hi, hi. I know. It's going to really mess it up for a lot of you guys. My mods, too. My mods are like, okay. Because, you know. Baby girl. Hello. Hi. Look at you. Oh, you. She stinks.
Yeah.
She smells like poopies.
She just woke up.
Hi, baby. How are you? Mwah. I'm streaming. Can you say hi? You went up? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
Yes. It's a mouse.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh. Boop. It's blue now. Yeah, good job. Mm-hmm. Now it's purple. Good job. Now what color is it? Pink. Good job. It's one of those razor mice that like oscillates between different colors. I know. Amazing. You're so smart. Daddy's just lurking in the background, isn't he? Hee 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 hee. It's Daddy. Huh. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Are we going to build our Christmas tree later? I think we are. I think that's the plan. And then you'll have lots of ornaments that you can play with.
Lucky, come here. Let's go play.
Here, can you take this? No, thank you.
Oh. Say bye, Mommy.
Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye. Love you.
There you go.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. You don't have to close it if you don't want to. Now that she's awake. She's cute.
You smell so bad.
She smells awful. She was when we were eating lunch, and she kept going, and her whole face would turn bright red, and we were like, she is really trying to poop. She's trying really hard to poop right now. And we got her home, and I was like, she stinks. She definitely got that poop out, and there was nothing in the diaper, and I was like, so I guess she went to bed, and that was the ticket. I like how she carries around a spare pacifier. I know, dude. We were laughing because Sam used to walk around with like 4 or 5 all the time. His mom will talk about this all the time. Like, Sam just did not. He just always had a bunch of them, and he wanted them all in his mouth at the same time. Like, he was super addicted to his binkies. So we keep laughing that, like, Clark really likes holding pacifiers. Like, she likes to have one in her mouth and one in her hand. And if it's really bad, like, one in each hand and one in her mouth. Like, how did you get the cats to the UK? They were on a plane, weren't you? You were on a plane. Hi. They swam. That would be amazing. Oh my God. Speaking of, though, there were a couple of hi. Hi, you're on this side. There were a couple of things that we found in the house that we couldn't fit into a suitcase. And I was like, oh, these really should have gone on the boat. I guess I'll see if I can just ship them to the house. So filled up this box, took it to UPS, and they were like, it's going to cost $700 to ship this. I think I told you guys this already. It's going to cost $700 to ship this box. And I was like, haha, never mind. Hi. Are you trying to sit on the top of the chair like you used to? That's very cute. Is it comfy? Probably not, huh? No, that is not Sherlock. That is my sewing machine. Hi, Moeka. Meow. Meow. You sew? I used to sew a lot. I don't sew as much anymore, but my sewing machine was a gift from my mom. So I was like, I can just get a UK friendly cord for this. And I brought it as hand luggage. So it was my hand luggage on the plane. Found out the hardest he moved from the States to Sweden. It's super expensive. Yeah. How old are your cats? 9 and 6, I think. Your Twitter pic is cute. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's very sweet. I currently am not able to like style my hair. We have a hair dryer now, but nothing else. We have a hair dryer, and then I'm trying to think of what's in the bathroom. A hair dryer, my little bag with my makeup in it, and then toothbrushes, and that's it. And so I can dry my hair, but I can't like do anything with it really. So it's an induction hair dryer. So I was looking on my phone and I was like, oh, here's a picture of when my hair was styled last. I want to style my hair so bad. You do a house tour when you get settled. I don't know. We got really like gun shy about house tours since the last couple that we tried to do, or the last one that we did. Immediately people were like, I know where you live. So maybe, but there are a lot of windows in this house, so it does make me a little nervous. It's not an induction hair dryer, no. It's a goof. It was a goof. The way you did your hair makes me forget you cut it. Yeah, it still goes in a ponytail, which is awesome, but it is shorter. Hello. Hello. Close all the curtains. That's the other really fun thing, is there aren't curtains in this house really. And our bedroom window like looks directly into the window of the house next door. So I keep like in the middle of the night I'll get up while I'm like in my underwear and Sam will be like, honey. For what it's worth, you're rocking it. Thank you. Here it is. This is me. Hello. This is my hair. This, I could be on a runway. I'm the bad guy. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Do you ever go outside? I do. Just naturally a very pale person. Hi, Besso. I look like them cool young rapper ladies. Did you bring your projector? No, that was included with the last house. And my old projector I gave to a friend a while back. So, no, we don't have a projector. We don't have a TV. We don't have a projector. Sam's ordered a TV, but it hasn't shown up yet. How's the internet at your new place? Terrible currently. But I mean, the stream is hell. Like we've died a couple of times, but it's been okay, you know? It's an induction TV, yeah. How's a projector included? So their house had the screen for the projector was built into the wall, and directly connected to the projector. So when you turned on the projector, it also lowered the screen from inside of the wall. So they just left it. Do you have anything you want to get for the house when you're fully settled in? I know what I want the house to be like. But there's just, you don't really realize until you've moved. You don't realize all of the things that you use all the time until you've moved and like haven't really taken much with you. Oh my God. Every time I go in the kitchen, I'm like, oh fuck, we don't have that. And then by the time we get to the store, even if I've made a list, I'll still get home and be like, oh, shit. I wanted to get that thing, but I didn't put it on the list. Are you enjoying the minimalist life? I am trying to keep... I had said that when we moved, I wanted to try to keep the kitchen counters like basically clear and see if I could get used to it and if I would like it. Because I'm like a pack rat, right? Stuff just collects everywhere. So I'm trying to break that habit. And I was saying with this move, it'll be a really good opportunity for me to try and do that, right? To be like way simpler about everything. Yeah, I mean, it's easy when you don't really have anything in the house. It makes it a lot easier. But it does feel... I think it's hard because, again, the house doesn't feel like a home really. And my inclination is it needs more things in it, right? Which is true in some ways. And in other ways, it's like, but not like some things it doesn't need, right? More mugs. Yes. Mugs everywhere. Obviously. One of the weird things about this house is there are no upper cabinets. So everything is below the countertops, which is fine for me. It's a little weird to not like have like cups and glasses and things like here. But I'm like, it's okay. I can get used to it. But Sam is so tall. He's having to like bend down for everything. And I'm like, every home I've ever lived in, there's been all of the top shelves are bare, right? Because I can't reach them. And now we're in a situation where like I can reach everything, but Sam is like in pain. I know. Poor boy. So we were talking about doing what uh David and Aaron, not in their current place, but in their last place, they had nowhere for like a pantry. And so they got like a basically a cabinet, like an IKEA cabinet that matched their kitchen and put it right next to the kitchen and used that as like a pantry. And I was like, we could use all of the under storage for a pantry and then get a cabinet that goes next to the kitchen that has all of our cups and plates and things. We could try to do like the opposite. Cause like I love to cook and Sam doesn't really like to cook. I do most of the cooking. So I'm the one who's going to be in the pantry the most anyway. So I don't mind having everything really low. It's really nice for me. But if we could create a situation where Sam isn't bending over constantly and hurting his back, that would be the best. So a pantry is like where you put all of the non-perishables or things that can sit outside of a fridge for a really long time. Canned goods, flour, sugar, like all of that kind of stuff. Is Sam's back that bad? Sam's tall. Sam's a very tall dude. So, yeah, just by nature of his body, his back hurts. But also anything that's going to make him be bending over all the time to do stuff is not good for him. So, a pantry is a tree for pans. That's what it is. Yeah. How'd you know? He should try yoga. I love yoga. Couldn't Sam use a stool or chair? So like he would have to sit on a stool or chair anytime he needed a cup or a plate? That seems silly. Finally able to catch a stream. It's my first stream back in a while, so what up? Also, Sam and I specifically did not look at our subscriber counts while we've been gone. As is always the case over Christmas when we're not able to like really do many streams. We don't look because we don't we don't want to see it. But honestly, a lot of y'all stuck around. Thank you. I was really surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you very much. Some UK homes have airing cupboards above the boiler to dry clothes. Yeah, we don't have that. I do know where the boiler is, and there's nothing above it. Even if there was, I don't think I could reach it. We are pretty great. You are. You are very great. All of you. Crushing it. You're my dedicated Prime sub. Thank you. It's very sweet. You have a boiler. Okay, look, I might be playing into a goof, but like, are there alternatives to boilers now? I've never lived in a home without a boiler. Electric heating. Oh. Induction boilers. Interesting. I apparently watched a lot of Dodger when I was pregnant. My newborn is totally into this stream. Hi, baby. Hello. I'll curse less. I'll curse less just for you, baby. Geothermal heating. Geo is really common now. I'm learning so much about homes. Is the weather in the UK doing you good? It is. It is making me so happy. When we were on the walk, it was like wet and brisk. And I was like, I love this. I'm just in, I think because it reminds me of just like being home, right? So I've now come somewhere long term that just feels like where I grew up. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. So that hoodie looks comfy. It used to be Sam's, but it doesn't fit him very well. And it's so soft, and he tried to throw it out. And I was like, oh! So it's mine now. The fact that it gets dark before 4 is very sad. Okay, what the hell is up with that? It doesn't get light until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And it gets dark around now. It's already getting dark right now. And it's 3:30. It's just winter. It's stupid. The nighttime is so long. It's so long. It reminds me of that video. I can't remember where the guy was. Was it Poland? He was like, depending on like time of year, you get like 1 hour of sun. Iceland. I can't imagine. It's not like that in America. It's not like that in America. No. But in summer, you get lots of daylight. I guess that's a good trade-off. Is there no difference between Oregon and California? Not really. Not that I can think of. Like, in terms of daylight? I don't think so. It gets dark by 4 p.m. here in the Midwest. But doesn't it get light by, like, at least in Oregon, even if it was getting dark around 4, the sun started to come up around 6 a.m. So that's what I'm saying is, like, it takes a long time for the sun to come up and it goes down really early. I'm like, what? What is this? Man, nuts. I prefer more nighttime, especially around Christmas. It makes it more festive. Lazy Snow Day, thank you so much for the biddies. Congrats on a successful move. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at all these emotes being shared. I think I have some of those holiday emotes. Wait a minute. Let me look. Where do I find them? Where do I find the holiday emotes? Oh, unlocked? Is that where they are? No, none of those look holiday-y. The ha 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 holiday section? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, ha ha holidays. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I do have some. I have ha ha hide. And I have ha ha sweat, which is the one that just made me laugh. Ha ha turtle dove and ha ha think. Yeah, Danny has made some Christmas emotes or some holiday emotes. But I don't know that they're done. They probably are. I just haven't asked him for them yet. So stream just went back in time. Are we dropping a bunch of frames? Not on my end. At least it's not saying I am. So. It's my first time seeing Dodger without a cup of coffee. Yeah, I have a tea. But it's gotten cold now. Are we talking about the amazing Daniel Tan? We are not. No. Dan Tan and Danny Oriozima are different people. Danny is my artist. Dan Tan is Krendor and Jesse's artist, and they are friends with each other, which is hilarious. So, Dan and Danny, good buds, best buds. Dodger's British now, all tea all the time. I have no way to make coffee that isn't instant coffee. And instant coffee and I don't always get along. So I need to get a cafetiere. I think that's what they call it here. A French press. I need to get a cafetiere. And then I can use the kettle to make coffee. I remember that comment from Fishing with Krendor. My Dan is friends with your Dan. Yeah, exactly. Our Dans are buds. I got my coconut ginger green tea in the mail and it tastes great. I'm so glad. It's my fave. I love it. But you have a coffee company. I know. And I just moved and I don't have any way to make coffee yet. Get an espresso machine? No, thank you. Have you tried an AeroPress? I have tried to use an AeroPress a million different ways, and I cannot get a good cup of coffee out of an AeroPress, so. A coffee machine is fine. I prefer a French press to a, like, drip coffee machine, so. Have you tried Dodger coffee? That shit's real good. Is it? I'll have to check it out. You know what I need to get is a mocha pot. I need to play around with a mocha pot. There's a video that I watched. There's a UK YouTuber who does entirely like videos about coffee stuff, and he made a video that was like, here's how to use a mocha pot. And I was like, huh. So, mocha pots are difficult on induction. Oh, shit. You're right. I detest coffee, but I went to Italy and wow. It's fine. You can get a metal plate to put on an induction stove. They have mocha pots especially for induction ovens. What The hell? Okay, hold on. Did y'all know that English keyboards are different from ours? I do now. Violetti Venus induction stovetop coffee maker. And we're dropping frames. It's because the entire system is resistant. Hi, Watson. I know. Hi, sweet girl. We can apparently get it at John Lewis. I almost called you Clark. You are my cat, not my child. Don't look like that. It's true. You are my fur child. But it is different. Don't show everybody your butthole. Watson. You'll want to get some vitamin D. I had low vitamin D even in California when I got my blood tests done. She was like, how do you have low vitamin D in Los Angeles? I was like, I don't know, because I go for walks all the time. So, don't worry. I'm very used to taking vitamin D. I miss Dodger's old shitty chair. Me too. This is Sam's chair. Side note. My chair is the same, but bright green. Because I'm a monster. These are just kind of like cheap chairs that we got just to like have chairs when we got here. But yeah, we found these ones and I was like, oh, you can get it in different colors. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get mine in gray. I was like, oh, I'm going to get mine in dark green. It's like, okay. So it's downstairs. Yeah. I have low vitamin D, even though I go outside. My dad has, I've told this story before. My dad, my entire life, has put so much salt on his food. And my mom and I would always be like, it is not good for you to have that much salt all the time. Like, you need to stop putting so much salt on your food. And he went in and had blood tests done. And they were like, wow, you have like a sodium deficiency. And we were like, what? They're like, yeah, you need to eat like salt for sure. So sometimes if you're craving salt all the time, it might be because you have a sodium deficiency. So, you know, that one worked out for him. Him being like, you know, I talked to the doctor and he said I probably shouldn't eat as many vegetables. We're like, mm-hmm. Are you sure he didn't just say that to eat more salt? My mom went with him that time. My mom was there for that blood test. But my dad now will like go get blood tests done or go to the doctors and come home and be like, I don't know. They said that I should never eat spinach again. It's weird. They told your mom not to have salt while she was pregnant? I was told to avoid salt if I was bloating, which I was. My feet and my hands hurt all the time. I took a picture. I don't know if I still have it. I took a picture for my sister that made her like cry laugh. That was my foot like turning into my leg. Like my ankle just didn't exist. And I was like, what is happening? It literally just looked like my toes like immediately went into my leg. Only time I eat spinach is in a quiche. I like spinach. I can. I don't like to have it super duper often. Like, I went through when I first started personal training like a few years ago, she was like, if you want, you know, all of this working out to really benefit you, you also need to change up how you eat, which is what they always say. You know, because what's going in your body affects your body as much as what you're doing to your body, right? So I was like, okay, got it. And she was like, so in the mornings, try to eat like, you know, eggs and spinach, or, you know, try to just like saute up some spinach with your eggs and eat that kind of a thing for breakfast. I was like, okay, yeah. And I had it like 2 days in a row and was like, I am sick of spinach. And to be fair, I could have probably just like thrown it into a smoothie or something. But I was just like, wow, I'm done with this. But she admitted to me, we've talked about this before too, and some of you guys have been like, I'm totally like that. She was like, I eat the same thing every day. I was like, I do not. But she's the sort of person who's like, food is fuel. I eat the same thing every day. I eat the right fuel for my body to operate the way that I want it to. I don't need variety in what I eat. And I'm just like, what? Oh, what? I wish I could be like that. I wish that I was a little more like that. But I just really enjoy food a lot. I don't need it to be like, I can eat, like, say I decided that for this next week I was only going to eat salads, right? That actually would be totally fine with me, but I couldn't eat the exact same salad every day. I really like vegetables. I really like fruits. I really like healthy foods, right? But I need variety or I won't stick with it. So and I know for some people, what works is like, I'm going to eat the same thing throughout the week. And then on weekends, when I have more time, I'll make different fun stuff, right? And along with that, I'll also meal prep for the next week and eat the same thing for the whole week, you know? But, yeah. Don't shame the people in chat that do eat the same thing every day. That's not necessary. We don't need to shame people who are like that. I'm just saying I'm definitely not that way. Man, we're going into the red like every now and then now here. But it always comes back, which is good. Oof. Oof. Don't yuck people's yums. We all remember the carrot incident? The carrot incident. What is the carrot incident? The carrot incident? Are we ready for some Minesweeper? Yeah. Let's take a little break. And I don't think that we have, hold on. Do we have Steam on here? We do. Sam downloaded Steam. That's great. Oh, it needs to update though. It was downloaded and never opened is what I'm learning right now. And now I'm in the red. Enjoy my voice. Dun 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 da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 It's because Steam is updating. That's why it's so bad right now. Oh, extracting package, it says. Steam is extracting the package. Oh, Steam is extracting the Oh. Log in to an existing account, please. Shoot. I don't remember my password for Steam. Hold on. There we go. Oh, son of a butthole. Why must we suffer so? Oh, shit. The @ symbol is in a different place. Shit. Oh, I said I wasn't going to curse in front of the baby. Ignore all of this, baby. Oops. Oh, my goodness. This is the joy. Hi. Of being in a new place. You have to log into everything for the first time. Honey bunny. Hi. 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 Hi, honey. Okay. What? I'm so confused. Okay. Bye, Watson. Sherlock was there? Sherlock. Was he? Okay. Oh my gosh. We did it, guys. We did it, guys. It's happening. It's happening. It's real. Amazing. Okay. What are some games we were playing before? what's a simple game? So we could try something like Demon Crawl. It's pretty simple because it's like a dungeon crawly minesweeper thing. Bumbo is simple in idea, but a little more complex looking. Keep in mind, these are like, I'm trying to play something to test out how the internet handles it. Okay, we'll do Demon Crawl then. I'm gonna go on BRB and install this so that it doesn't matter if the thing is like not looking good. Yeah, we'll start this installation and play some music. Go stretch or grab a drink or whatever you gotta do, and I will be back in